lacrosse looks to stay undefeated. Softball faced off for a midweek matchup, and ACC tournaments are in full swing. All this and more coming up live from the Curtis Media Center.
From the Hussman School of Journalism and Media at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, covering the full range of Tar Heel athletics. This is Sports Extra.
With ACC postseason play underway in the first ever student home run derby at the Bosch, the school year might be wrapping up, but Carolina athletics certainly isn't slowing down.
And from ACC golf to UNC football, hopping overseas to Ireland, we have a lot in store for you. Good morning and welcome to Sports Extra. I'm Sophia Pedroso.
And I'm Caroline Ralph. Thanks for joining us. Seeking vengeance from their early ACC tournament exit last season, the undefeated women's lacrosse team headed down to Charlotte to take on Virginia Tech on Wednesday in the ACC quarterfinals. The Heels came out hot and broke open the scoring with Marissa White's insane behind-the-back goal, a SportsCenter top 10 play. The Tar Heels kept it cruising and headed into halftime up 11-3. It's a good thing it's turkey hunting season as the Tar Heels took all the life from the Hokies, firing off 39 shots on goal and the defense forcing 20 turnovers. The Heels walked away with a 19-9 win and a place in the ACC semifinals this afternoon.
The Heels hope to keep it rolling in the Queen City against Clemson today at 5 p.m. with a spot on the championship game on the line. The last time UNC played Clemson, the Heels took the victory 18-5. It was yet another strong defensive game to match the offensive intensity. Here Clemson has a free position shot, but she just can't get by Sam Forrest. Excuse me, we're about to see that in 1 second. Here we go. Sam Forrest, Avery Roberts, and of course, Betty Nelson here for that play. The Heels look to take down the Tigers one last time this season. All right, Caroline, our resident Carolina women's lacrosse expert, what do you think?
Honestly, I kind of expected Clemson to beat out Duke, so I saw this matchup coming. Now, Clemson's a young program, right? It's really only their third season as a program, and I know we crushed them earlier in the season, but anything can happen during postseason.
Very true, but you know, we've got some incredible players on our team. 8 women lacrosse players, all ACC honors. Of course, the Humphrey sisters, Sam Forrest, Brooklyn Walker-Welch, all of which are also top 25 finalists. It's undeniable that that is impressive. But, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but the Boston College Championship match could be what's ahead.
Absolutely. I mean, I think you are silly if you're not thinking Boston College could be the team they're going to be playing on Sunday. I mean, this is a big deal because, honestly, this has stakes for a potential national championship matchup. The #1 team from the ACC tournament will likely be the #1 seed. You know, Northwestern has locked up that #3 seed, so whoever's not on the Northwestern side of the bracket has a bit of an advantage. So on Sunday, the Heels might not just be playing for a trophy, they're also playing for that #1 seed in the national championship tournament.
It's tough, and we wish them the best of luck. But while the women's side is moving through tournament play, the men's lacrosse team is closing out their regular season against Syracuse tomorrow after a tough loss to Notre Dame. The Heels started strong against Notre Dame, scoring 4 straight goals in the first quarter. However, they have to maintain momentum if they want to pull out a win on Saturday. Carolina has been a dynamic team, especially goalie Michael Gianfrancaro, who has had 4 double-digit save games. The Heels' offense is led by Don Petramala, averaging 3 goals per game, the 9th highest scorer in the country. Carolina hopes to shut down the Big Orange in the Big Apple.
With ACC seeding on the line, let's take it to Stick Checks with Stalter to break down the Heels' last outing. Dylan?
Thanks, Caroline. After going up 4-0 in the opening quarter, it looked like it was going to be smooth sailing for the Heels. But after scoring just 2 goals down the stretch, it was clear that the defending champs took complete control in this one. The Irish won 8 of the 11 draws in the second and third quarters, and it's hard to stop a run without the ball. There were some bright spots from the young guns early on, but the team's hiccups were glaring. We're going to see here when the Irish win this face-off, they're going to waste no time. They are flying up the field and getting themselves into this odd man rush. With the UNC defense in a scramble, instead of manning up, they're going to crash onto the ball, leaving the far side wide open, cashing in just seconds after winning the draw. Now, teams as talented as the Irish can also make you pay by attacking the slide directly. We're going to see here when Chris Cavanaugh gets the ball on the wing, he's got a double coming, and Paul Barton is sliding on the baseline. So instead of dropping the ball into the short porch, Kavanaugh is going to slide through the defense, get to the slot, and guys as good as Chris Kavanaugh will make you pay with insane shots like that. The Heels can expect a lot of the same tomorrow against Syracuse. They're a top 3 adjusted face-off squad with guys like Joey Spallina and Owen Hiltz up front who can light up the scoreboard. Now, our D1 lacrosse programs are quite competitive, but many Carolina student athletes keep their competitive spirit alive through club lacrosse. Ellie Bowman got an inside look with our women's team.
At first glance, this might just look like any other group of athletes on the field. But for these women, it's more than competition. It's a community, a sisterhood that stretches far beyond the game.
I transferred here from South Carolina, and I honestly didn't really know that many people. Everyone's so nice, super welcoming. I felt like I was already part of the team when I tried out, and it was great.
Players like Hayden say they came for the sport, but stayed because of the people. And for returning players, those bonds grow stronger with each season.
My favorite memories was we drove to Tennessee. We talked the entire 6 hours and then ended up being in a room together, so we spent an entire 24 hours together and did not stop talking the entire time.
On the turf, they're teammates, but off the field, they're each other's biggest supporters. And for many, this team is where best friends are made.
I just joined the team as a junior. I don't know why I didn't start earlier, but the girls have just been really welcoming ever since I stepped on the field, and I wouldn't trade them for the world.
They found more than a team. They found their people. And for these women, that's the real win.
Thank you officials, thank you fans, way to go Heels!
I'm Ellie Bowman reporting.
With heart, hustle, and a passion for the game, UNC's women's club lacrosse team continues to grow, welcoming new players and forming lasting bonds each season. And as a member of the team, I can say without a doubt it's been one of the highlights of my college experience.
From Finley Fields to Anderson Stadium, Carolina's softball team started off strong on Wednesday, going into the second inning with 3 runs against Norfolk State. Plays like the one we're about to see from Lexi Roberts to drive Grace Jackson home in the bottom of the second is what kept the Heels on top. This 2 RBI double by Sana Thompson brought the Heels 6-1 in the bottom of the second. Carolina won in 5 innings, 12-1.
UNC softball now heads into a key ACC matchup against Notre Dame, with the series kicking off today. The Fighting Irish come in on a 3-game win streak and will look to defend their home turf in South Bend. But Sanaa Thompson continues to deliver at the plate, and Carly Myrtle has been lights out in the circle, making this a tough test for Notre Dame. With momentum building and postseason positioning on the line, the Tar Heels are ready for a battle, starting this evening at 5 p.m.
Let's toss it over to Alden's All-Stars to learn more about how the Heels are doing down the stretch. Alden?
Thanks, Sophia. You know what I just realized? This segment is called Alden's All-Stars, and I've never deemed an All-Star. So today we're doing it. We're calling the entire bullpen the All-Star. I don't know if I can do that, but who cares? It's my last segment. So here we are. We got Kenna Ray Dark. We're going to do kind of a pitching 101 segment here. She's just going to throw a fastball here. She's going to get the batter to swing at the wrong time. It just goes right by her so fast, and man, strikes out for strike 3. Kenna Ray Dark, absolute stud. That's why she's our ace. Then moving on from that, we got Britton Rogers, another great pitcher for us, and she loves the rise ball. It's her bread and butter, and man, is it fun to watch. Here we are, the batter for Norfolk is going to swing at this ball that is way too high because it just rises up in the zone as it reaches the plate, and it kind of jolts up, and the batter, man, just swings at a total ball and then gets a strike 3. Great pitch. And then lastly, we got Kenna Ray Dark with a drop curve. I'm calling this ball the drop it like it's hot because, man, does this ball look like it's going outside the strike zone, and then last minute, it's going to fall right in. The batter just stands there looking at the ball. I don't blame her. I mean, this looks like a ball the whole way, and she doesn't swing. Strike 3, you're out. This is why our Heels have gotten hot. We've won 6 of the past 7, and if we keep this up, we can compete with some of these better teams down the stretch. Sophia?
So, Alden, I got a question for you. When are you going to go out to the diamond and show us some of these pitches live?
Well, I don't know if we want to see that. I mean, maybe I can talk to Kenna Ray Dark and see if she'll go out there, maybe show me a few things. But right now, she has a lot bigger things to focus on, like the upcoming ACC tournament.
Yeah, I got to agree with you there. Thanks, Alden.
The Diamond Heels head to the Steel City this weekend for their series against Pitt. Coming off a hard-fought series win against Virginia Tech, the number 8 ranked Tar Heels look to keep their momentum going. One major factor for the Heels going into the weekend is Kane Kepley. He helped lead the team to their wins against Virginia Tech, driving in 4 runs. Luke Stevenson has also been stellar for the team, racking up 4 RBIs in the series against the Hokies. Pitt sits at 19-19 with a 5-13 record in conference play.
With finals just around the corner, students put down the books and picked up the bat for a day. The Diamond Heels hosted their first ever student home run derby with music, big swings, and plenty of Tar Heel pride. The event gave students a unique chance to take the field. Reporter Sophia Gray was there.
The Diamond Heels hosted their first ever student home run derby at the Bosch on Monday. This event allowed students to meet some of the UNC players and take a swing on the field.
This year, we're hoping for kind of like a trial run to see how well it does and like who comes and what we could do better for the next year, for the years to come, because we hope it's going to be an annual thing, to hopefully have it before a big series, to like hype the student body up so they can keep coming back to our games.
The home run derby wasn't just about competition. It was about community, school spirit, and making memories with friends. The event gave any North Carolina student a chance to step up to the same plate where countless Tar Heel legends have made their mark.
I saw an Instagram post, plus I came with a couple of the other UNC club baseball teammates, so we made it a nice social thing.
With the strong turnout and high energy, the first ever student home run derby set the tone for what could become a new Carolina tradition. I'm Sophia Gray reporting.
If this year's turnout is any sign, the student home run derby might just be here to stay.
Before we go to break, we want to take a more serious moment to announce that former UNC football player Tylee Kraft has posthumously won the Eric Montross Public Service Award. Kraft played as a wide receiver for Carolina football in 2020 and 2021 before transitioning to a student coach following a lung cancer diagnosis in early 2022. Kraft used his platform to spread awareness for lung cancer screening in North Carolina. He passed away from stage 4 lung cancer in 2024 at just 23 years old. His mother accepted the award on his behalf. We are honored to share Kraft's story and know his legacy will live on in Carolina football. We'll be back.
Lately, I've been absolutely craving this simple yet addictive recipe. I start with flour, sugar, and my smoothest vegetable glycerin. I whisk a bit, then I add some generous pumps of cleaner for its volatile organic compounds and some spritz of propylene glycol for extra sweetness. After mashing the dough, I choose my favorite food-grade flavoring and watch my creation come to life. Once it's smooth, I fold in my sharpest micro metals, making sure they spread into every crevice. Next, my tobacco. More mixing, and finally my secret ingredient, polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons made from burning coal, gas, oil, and wood. Into the oven, and voila. It hits every time.
Welcome back to Sports Extra.
It's time to tee things off with men's golf.
Number 2 seeded UNC men's golf currently sits in 3rd place in the 15-team field at the ACC Championship. Led by David Ford, the nation's top player with 5 wins this season, the Tar Heels look to defend their 2024 title at the club at Old Stone in Kentucky. Now, Sophia, we got to talk about this men's golf team. I mean, they won the ACC championship last year, and that was the first time they had done it since 2006.
Quite the great feat. And with women's golf, they've been ousted in the ACC quarterfinals, but given a number 3 seed in the 2025 NCAA Women's Golf Championship, I don't know. We know those Masters green famous jackets, maybe Carolina. We could get some Carolina blue ones.
I mean, I would love a Carolina blue jacket, but, you know, let's put the jackets aside and talk about trophies. Sophia, talking about UNC women's tennis.
We all know that I think that team is one that's going to continue to rack up those trophies. They are just incredible. They're currently a 2 seed and it's won the ACC Back-to-back ACC champs, might I add. And we can't talk about women's tennis without talking about the one, the only Caroline.
ACC Player of the Year, Reese Brandmeier, right?
You know it, Caroline.
And not only is she the ACC Player of the Year, to the surprise of no one, she also won Sports Extra's Play of the Week. Let's check it out right now. We're going to see her in the championship hit a powerful serve that her opponent just cannot return. Brandmeier secured the tennis team's title as back-to-back ACC champions. Now, unfortunately, that was our last play of the week of the year. I'm very sad about it. It is my favorite part of the week every week, but don't worry, because on Monday, we'll be back and giving you one last look at all of our favorite plays from the whole semester.
Absolutely. And Sarah Burnett keeps it real with fitness content that's all about feeling strong, both physically and mentally. Reporter Madeline Haichu explains how Burnett has used social media to spread her message.
Obviously, you can see the numbers, you can see the likes, but when someone comes up to you in person to tell you that you've made a difference in their lives, like, it's literally the most incredible feeling ever.
Sarah Burnett, better known as Sarah B. Fit to her 85,000 followers, is a rising social media influencer and an advocate for both physical and mental well-being. A junior at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, Burnett uses her platform to promote strength, authenticity, and self-love. Through her real and honest approach, Sarah has created a loyal following by being her authentic self. She shares personal experiences from struggles with mental health to her fitness journey, all while encouraging her audience to embrace their own individual fitness journey. Burnett's journey to mental wellness began when she started incorporating fitness into her routine. For years, she faced mental health challenges, but it wasn't until she embraced exercise in 2021 that she began to see significant change.
Fitness has greatly improved my mental health. I used to really struggle, but going to the gym just gives me a sense of purpose. And with working out, you get a lot of endorphins from working out.
Beyond promoting physical fitness, Sarah emphasizes the importance of starting from where you are. She makes it clear that everyone's fitness journey is unique and that comparison undermines personal growth.
Start small and stay consistent. You don't need to be perfect, lift heavy, or work out every day. It's just about showing up for yourself, even 10 minutes. And it's the results, mental and physical, that come from building the habit and not going all in and burning out. It's focusing on how it makes you feel, not just how you look, because that's what's going to keep you coming back.
With her encouraging words and genuine spirit, Sarah Burnett is more than just a fitness influencer. She's a role model helping others build strength from the inside out. I'm Madeline Haichu reporting.
It's great to see a student here at UNC using her platform to promote a positive message in the world of athletics.
Ladies and gentlemen, pack your passports because Chapel Hill has gone global as UNC football will kick off the 2026 season against TCU in Ireland. The Heels will face the Frogs in the Aer Lingus College Football Classic at Avia Stadium on August 29th in 2026. The international trip will be highly anticipated as it will kick off the second season in Carolina football's new Bill Belichick era. The Horns vs. Heels showdown in Dublin will certainly be one to watch. Now, it was all eyes on Green Bay last night as the NFL draft kicked off with former UNC running back Omarion Hampton securing a first-round draft pick. The second-team All-American was the number 22 overall pick by the Los Angeles Chargers. In his career as a Tar Heel, Hampton had a total of 3,556 rushing yards. This is the first time in 11 years that Tar Heels were taken in the first round in back-to-back drafts, and last year, as we all know, it was Drake May going to the Patriots. Now, Hampton isn't the only Tar Heel participating in the NFL draft. 22 UNC Hussman students, including a few of Sports Extra's very own, are working at the draft in partnership with the hospitality company on location.
From Green Bay to relays, UNC's track is headed across the country this weekend. Starting Friday with the Penn relays last night, where distance and mid-distance runners started off and will run again on Saturday. The throwers are going to Louisville to compete on Friday and Saturday, and the rest of the team is staying local in North Carolina at the Charlotte Invitational on Friday and Saturday. A freshman sprinter has more than just skill on the track, however. Alicia Adams goes behind the scenes to show us an athlete with incredible musical talent as well.
When it comes to UNC track and field, freshman Nicholas Steed is showcasing his talents while being a great teammate. Steed also has a talent that most people don't know about. he taught himself to play the piano.
Hello, my name is Nicholas Steed. I'm a freshman media and journalism major from Maryland. I'm a 400-meter sprinter here at UNC. Being a freshman here, it was really an adjustment, but I feel like I adjusted really fast.
Steed and his teammates set a new American record this season in the indoor 4x4 relay, and Steed's musical talent is his outlet from the stress of competition.
Something I like to do in my free time to like release stress and get my mind off things is play the piano. It's kind of like a hidden talent for real. I don't really tell a lot of people I play the piano. It's like, if you know me, you know I play the piano for fun. But I kind of started around like 10 years ago. My cousin, he played the piano, and ever since then, it's just something I've always been doing just for fun when I have time.
Steed is one of Sports Extra's very own analysts for UNC baseball.
Sports Extra has been a great experience for me. I never thought that UNC would have a class that's similar to Sports Center.
The next time you see me, I'll be training with Nick for the 4x4 relay. I'm Alicia Adams reporting.
Stick.
Well, Nick is a young freshman. Caroline, it's our last lap.
That's right. It's our last show on air at Sports Extra, and what a ride it's been. Thank you to everyone who supported us along the way, and that does it for this edition of Sports Extra.
Tune in for our final show of the year on Monday for all the highlights and more from another exciting weekend of Carolina athletics.